This is one of my short videos. I want to do it on my setup on my computer. It would be a lot more impressive visually, but sometimes I need privacy. To make my videos, and there's no privacy. And you have haters. You can't really express yourself. So I'm gonna do it on my phone. Love the curls, eh? Love the Jerry curl. The floating gold chain. Anyways, let's get started. I have about like 4 minutes to get this all done before I run out of memory. So let's go. All right. So I hope Islam wins. Obviously, we know that. The guy's path to victory. Obviously, the wrestling. I don't need to expound on that. Wrestling, judo, all that stuff. He has advantage on, and he needs to kind of take the path of least resistance and do it. What else? Yeah, I think he needs to exploit angles. If he's gonna, when he attacks Ian Garry, he needs to come off of angles. Ian Garry is good at keeping people at bay with the teep and jabs. He needs to approach him off an angle and do combinations and attack off angles. That will overwhelm Ian Garry. He doesn't like being pressured. Yeah, and Ian Garry is a dirty fighter, so Islam needs to be aware of that oblique kick. Eye pokes, all that stuff. Ian Garry will do anything to win. He's a fake nice guy. That whole kind of persona he puts on is so fake, and it's so visible. Like he's doing psychological warfare against Islam, and because he has a high fight IQ, even though he's I don't like Ian Garry, he does have a high fight IQ, so he needs to be taken seriously. He is dangerous, but Islam's better on every realm, every level, but the danger really comes into play on Ian Garry's body type. He's long, lanky, and can keep people at bay. And he can just point fight, which is what he does typically. And also he moves well, right? So I think a key is for Islam to take out his legs. If Islam could take out his leg, disable his legs in the beginning. Again, one thing I noticed that was very interesting from my end is that even though Ian Garry has a longer reach than Islam by about 4 inches, I think 4 or 4.5 inches, Islam's leg length is only about 1.5 inches shorter. So he has a closer way to hit Ian with his legs. So Islam can disable his legs. I think that's the key to start off with. I think Islam should start off with disabling this track star's legs. And once Islam disables his legs, either he could use an oblique kick and flip it on Ian and do that same shit he did to Shavkat, or he could just calf kick, or both. Disable the guy's legs. He won't be moving around. Then he's going to be an easier target to take down. So, yeah. Yeah. So once he's kind of an immobile target or a slower moving target, going to be easy for the takedowns. Yeah, just easier to take, to have him being taken down, easier to strike, just easier everything. So, yeah, I think Islam needs to really put his, really come in like a warrior. Don't be. Ian was trying to make him soften him up with his kid and all that stuff. He does that with every fighter he's fighting against. This guy's really strategic. He's not what he seems to be. He does things strategically to kind of weaken his opponents psychologically. I think Islam needs to stay focused, go to war, like treat this like a war. He needs to be serious and be fixated on his target and his opponent. And yeah, that's about it. What else did I write down? Anything else? Yeah, I think that's kind of it. So, hopefully Islam wins. This is going to be high stakes. It's not a guarantee for Islam, but Islam could implement his game plan, and Khabib's team, one of the best game planners in the UFC. I think he could get it done. So yeah, hopefully Islam gets it done. I know he can get it done. Let's kick this guy's ass, because Ian Garry